Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So friends, in this video we will have our discussion on the yearly horoscope for the Aries rising natives. So friends, the way I have been approaching the yearly horoscope for all the rising sign is, it has to be done in three parts. So in the very first part where I gave you the insight about that how the slow moving planets are going to be influencing you in the specific areas of your life, what is the minister and the king of this year as per the our Vedic calculation. We have already done our discussion on that, and we have also talked about based on the personal year as well. So friends, in this video we will try to look at some of the important months when some of the important planet of your chart are going to be making some very special yoga. And friends, I don't have any qualms to say this thing that for the Aries Lagna, there is a lot of good transit which is happening in this year. So I mean to say, if your natal chart is also very reinforced, it's very strong, you are running some very supportive dasha, and like any other Aries native, you are like a warrior, you are like adventure seeker, you have many things planned for this year to achieve, many goals you have set for yourself. So this year, based on the astrological calculation, is bringing a lot of hope. So what we will discuss in this video, I would still say that this is still not an elaborative yearly transit predictions or results for your Lagna. This is just going to be the specific months where the planets are going to be making some very important conjunctions which will give you a leverage or a competitive edge. So friends, to begin with, just a quick revision of what we have discussed in the last video, that Jupiter, the planet of blessing, fortune, grace, which for your ascendant happen to be your 9th lord. So Jupiter is going to be transiting from your 3rd house, 4th house, 5th house this whole year. So that means it's a very good news for finding success in all of your efforts and endeavors, like in a way luck or divinity supporting you, right mentors supporting you, and for any of the important purchases, acquisition or purchase of some important assets, like buying your first apartment, buying vehicles. It's a very supportive year. Jupiter is supporting that, and with Jupiter's entry in the 5th house as well, that also tells about that for any of the concerns of the progeny childbirth, it's very supportive. Rahu Ketu axis, we have already discussed. Rahu is in the best alignment to give you material success, fame, and Saturn right now is very supportive for you for any change in your career, for any success in the foreign land. Saturn is very supportive this year for you. So now, after parking all that information which we have already discussed in the last video, now we will get into the second part, and we will look at the specific months where you can consider or think about some important life decision, which could be about marriage, which could be foreign settlement, which could be career advancement, which could be about launching your brand, starting your business. So now we will get into the second part of this discussion of the yearly horoscope, yearly results for your Lagna. So friends, first of all, for the Aries Lagna, the year will start with a bang, with a very auspicious note, when your 9th house is going to be filled with like some auspicious important planets. Now imagine starting a year when your Bhagyasthana, your luck house, is being supported by ascendant lord being over there, like Sun, the 5th lord, is going to be placed over there. So that is a very good news. So that means some sort of like divine omens will support you, and because of the support of the luck, for many Aries Lagna natives, you will enter the year with a lot of the hopefulness. So I mean to say, even from the second half of the month of the December, you will see some sort of development happening in your life, which will push you towards some lifetime goal, kind of attainment of lifetime goal and all. Now friends, the second landmark month of this year for you is January 16. So on January 16, what will happen? Like Mars is going to transit to your 10th house. So that means Mars on January 16th is going to get exalted in your 10th house. Over and above that, see what is happening right now with this transit of the Mars. Somehow it is making a connection with your 5th lord, with the planet Sun as well. So that means 5th lord, ascendant lord, making a connection in the 10th house, where we know that both of these two planets get the directional strength in the 10th house. They are in a way seen as the significator, karaka of the 10th house. See, Sun can be seen as the, Sun gets the directional strength. People say that in the 1st house, in the 10th house, but Sun is individually is strengthened, considered as powerful in the 10th house, and making a connection with your ascendant lord in the 10th house, which is also exalted. So this is going to be the first timeline, timestamp where you can expect a promotion, major career advancement, launching something, releasing something, expecting a promotion, and that mega fame could happen around this time. So January 16, you can mark it in your diary if you have to plan things regarding any schedules, appointments, release of something. So January 16 is going to be the first date which I am giving to you, where stars are going to be very supportive. Even if you are a student and you have to any of the concerns of job, campus placement, appearing for your first job interview and all, so you can schedule it around this time, because Sun happened to be your 5th lord. So 5th lord being well placed in the 10th house, you are an artist, you are a creative person, you have to schedule any of your artistic creative work release. So this is going to be supportive date for that. Now friends, the next date which I want to give it to you is February 23rd. So now this is the date when your ascendant lord is going to enter in your 11th house. And once Mars, which will enter in your 11th house, which is the house of the wish fulfillment, all sort of gains in the life, it is also going to get conjunct with the Sun over there, and Rahu is also going to be there. So that means this combination of Mars, your ascendant lord, Sun, your 5th lord, conjunct with Rahu, which act as a amplifier, which gives a lot of sudden attention, fame. So I mean to say that this could be also an important date of this year, important time where you can expect some major massive gains, success in your endeavors, getting well supported by the community, being nominated for some awards, some recognition, or some major auspicious event to happen in your life. Now friends, we have to go step by step. The next timeline or the date which I have marked for you is the March 11th. Now March 11th is very important, because then on this day Jupiter will become direct. So we know this thing that Jupiter, which is a planet of blessing for everyone, but in your case, just because it is the 9th lord as well. So Jupiter on March 11th will be direct in your 3rd house. So that means with retrograde planet, there is a lot of the pending things which the planet is more focused towards. But just because Jupiter is in a Atichari motion and in the 3rd house, if it is going to be in a progressive pace, so that means you will see a quick thrust movement in majority of your endeavors. Like all those areas where your file was being struck, you have to back check on people, remind people, there will be sudden push or nudge in majority of your endeavors. So Jupiter turning direct is also going to be an important date timeline for you. Now friends, after that, the next important timeline for you is May 11th. So on May 11th, Mars will transit to your 1st house, your ascendant lord, being empowered over there, and it is going to be well supported because of its conjunction with the planet Sun as well. So imagine friends, this is such a parakram, courageous, a yoga filled with valor for you. So that means if ascendant lord is strengthened in the 1st house, your trine lord, 5th lord is also exalted in the 1st house, Rahu well placed in the 11th house. So there couldn't be a better time than this. And I can assure you friends, May 11th, this is going to be the timeline where it's not only about your capabilities, your talents. It also has to do with your trine lord getting activated. and at the same time Jupiter is already giving its aspect to your like ninth house. So that means this is going to be the time when your poor punya will get activated. Suddenly you will get the limelight, all the attention is going to be on to you. If you are a politician, major success. If you are in any athletic, any sporting event connected with art, entertainment, creative industry, this is going to be a very important timeline for you. Even for your success in the romantic matters, romantic interest and all, some sort of sudden speculative lottery win, all of that can happen. So mark this date as well, May 11th, like couple of days before and after. That energy is going to be very supportive for you. Now friends, after that, the next timeline which you have to be aware about is when the planet of divinity, grace, luck, fortune is going to be getting exalted. So your ninth lord Jupiter is going to be getting exalted in your fourth house, and that will happen on June 1st. So now friends, this is going to be the time when we say that all the domestic happy events in the family life, you know, where we say that you are celebrating something, your relatives are coming to your place, there is a air and vibe of celebration, happiness, the whole family is getting together to celebrate something. So that is going to be the time around the June 1st. So, and also it's not like that someone has to get married or there has to be childbirth. I would say that in your case, during this time, you might plan to buy your own home, any of the important purchases, like this could be buying a new car. So all of that can happen. So, and again friends, because it's the ninth lord's energy coming into your fourth house. So that means a lot of the purity, auspiciousness is going to be coming to your life. So June 1st is another landmark date which I want to give it to you. Mark it in your calendar. Now friends, the next important date for you is, which you can mark in your calendar, July 16th, when with the transit of Sun in the Cancer sign, it is going to get conjunct with an exalted Jupiter. So let's say for example, if you are connected with like politics and all, so this could be the time where the limelight will come to you, the public support, mass support will come to you. So this conjunction of Sun and Jupiter is very supportive, especially people who have any political aspiration, or you are working primarily in the domain of like agriculture, farming, something to do with the real estate. So this is going to be very auspicious time. Again friends, ninth lord and the fifth lord like getting conjunct in a Kendra Bhava, it is considered as one of the important Raj Yoga. So that means attainment of power or status can be expected around this time. So and the next timeline important date for you is on August 3rd, when Mars will transit to the Gemini sign. So friends, Mars's transit to the Gemini is important to mention over here, because now with this transit it is going to be getting into the trine combination with the nodal axis, with the Rahu, to be precise with Rahu. So that means we know that Mars is the significator of the third house. It is the Karaka of the third house, because Mars represents courage, valor, your capacity to take initiative, to fight back, and third house also represents all these kind of qualities and the traits. So that means around this time on August 3rd, when Mars will transit in the Gemini sign, this will also give nudge to majority of your aspiration and all. Now friends, the next day is going to be, because I'm primarily focusing on the trine houses and the trine lords. So next is going to be the when Mars with its next movement is going to be transiting in the Cancer, and then there is going to be the Neech Bhang Raj Yoga, which will happen on the September 18th. On September 18th, your ascendant Lord Mars will transit in the fourth house. It will get debilitated, but at the same time get conjunct with an exalted Jupiter over there. So again friends, this what I have seen in my research and some of the very spiritually aligned astrologers, like I have had discussion with them, because obviously I'm a Aries Lagna. I'm always curious about researching on the Aries Lagna charts, on the movement of the planet Mars, and I also make videos on the monthly transit and all. So many astrologers said this thing to me, that when this kind of Neech Bhang Raj Yoga happens, so it also tells about that in your family, if there is some dispute going on, or there is some pending things which have been bothering you, troubling you, where you find or feel yourself helpless. to create any change. So with this blessing coming in from the planet Jupiter, and in a way Jupiter is cancelling the weakness, debilitation of the Mars in your 4th house. So that could grant you something, like in a way that in the family life, in the domestic life, if there are some unresolved problems, this can be resolved during this time when Mars will enter your 4th house. A very supportive time for the politicians, very supportive time for people who are working as professional realtors. You're working in the farming or you deal with agriculture and all, so it's going to be very supportive time for you. Now friends, the next date which you have to mark on your calendar is of October 31st. I'm going month by month, when your 9th lord Jupiter is going to be transiting in the Leo sign in your 5th house. Now friends, again, you have to understand this thing. Many people have been saying this thing that Ketu is in the 5th house. That means it's not a very supportive time for like bearing a child or conceiving a child. See, what I have seen that with the alignment of the Ketu in the 5th house, obviously, like sometimes you have to go for the surgical procedures and all for conception or while delivering the child and all. But over and above that, Ketu's influence over here and Jupiter also coming in, that also tells about that some saintly soul will enter in your family, in your life, in the womb of your wife. This could also happen. This also tells about that some very enlightened Kul Deepak Yog kind of progeny comes in the family, which actually elevates the name and status of the family. So again, when it comes down to, you could be biased with Rahu, because Rahu can corrupt someone's character. Ketu can create problem, create extremities, but when Ketu comes down to giving blessing, it has the potential to give you, unfold the blessing of many lifetimes. And generally when we talk about the people who are a pioneer in a field, those birth which happened because of the mannat, like the parents were very inclined towards having a prodigious child, they did many pilgrimages, they did sadhana of their Kul Devata Devi, and then a prodigious child is born. Ketu connection with the 5th house, Jupiter Ketu connection with the 5th house. So focusing on this friends, Jupiter, your 9th lord, is going to be entering in your 5th house on October 31st. So that means very good news when we talk about for the students, people connected with art, entertainment, creativity, and your Pur Punya will get activated. And lastly friends, the most important, Rahu Ketu shift, which will happen on December 5th. So this is going to be the time, and when this Rahu Ketu shift will happen, your ascendant lord and Jupiter are still going to be in your 5th house, in the trine house. And we know this thing that with this last nodal shift, excess shift of Rahu and Ketu is going to be very prominent for the Aries Lagna, because now the whole limelight is going to be in the matters of your career, fame, reputation, many new opportunities, chance to work with new people in new environment, and Ketu in the 4th house and Saturn in the 12th. What do you think? What is going to happen? Because of the career, it can uproot you from your base wherever you are and can settle you in some new environment. Ketu in the 4th will uproot you, and Saturn in the 12th, your career endeavors will settle you somewhere else. So yes friends, this is the highlight. These are the timelines. If you like the video, please like, share it, subscribe the channel, leave your comment. I really want to see what my fellow brothers and sisters of the Aries Lagna, the same tribe, feel about this new year. So once again friends, thanks a lot for watching this video.